Hi, I'm Alan Jaeger,
And I'm Jim Vatcher.
and we're with Jaeger Sports, and we'd like to thank you for stopping by YouTube today. Today's installment is going to be our long toss throwing program. We already have our guys prepped as far as their arm circles and J-band workout, and now we're just going to get strictly to the art of long toss.
For me, the long toss for my career was such a critical part of my preparation. I played 15 years professionally. I never, ever had a sore arm, except for the 4 or 5 days that I didn't long toss because I was moved to the infield, and I thought, well, I might as well play catch with the infielders now. So I stopped long tossing, and almost immediately my arm started hurting. And once I went back to long toss, I never felt that again. So what you're going to see today is a couple guys stretching their arms out, getting distance, and bringing that leverage and that distance into pitching distance. And you're going to see a lot of extension and velocity at the end of this thing. So it's going to be a very exciting show.
As always, before we even think about picking up a baseball, we will go through our arm care program. This consists of a thorough set of arm circles, both forward and backward, and our J-band program. These exercises are designed to supply the arm with good blood flow and range of motion. These exercises also create great muscle balance, strength, and endurance. Ultimately, they allow you to maximize your workout and minimize the risk of injury. Even though the arm has been properly warmed, we still have our players begin their throwing program in a very relaxed manner because we want the arm to open up like any other muscle group, slowly and freely. In fact, our players will try to maintain a loose and relaxed arm action throughout the entire throwing program. That's why we want the ball on an arc as the players move away from each other rather than on a line. We want the arm to get the benefit of stretching out at different angles. We want freedom in the arm. We want loose arm action. This looseness and freedom in the arm is what allows you to find out what's in your arm on any given day. This gives the arm a chance to break through false limitations. Once the players warm up at 60 feet or so, you will notice how they begin to move away from each other at their own pace. There isn't a set time or a counting of throws. They are simply listening to their arm and allowing it to stretch out at its own pace. This freedom from constraints is what allows the arm to gain distance, endurance, and strength. Notice how relaxed the players are behind their throws. Notice how loose their arm action is. As they continue to follow their arms, notice how they keep increasing their distance with minimal effort. All that's really happening is that they are throwing with a little more arc and a little more effort as they move away from their throwing partner. But the key is that they are still stretching their arms. They are not in a hurry to throw aggressively. We want the arms to walk before they jog and jog before they run.
We call it the calm before the storm. This is all about getting the arm stretched out properly, good blood flow, good range of motion.
Again, the goal is to listen to the arm and to focus on stretching. As the players continue to move further away from each other, their focus is on loose arm action and stretching. Even as the players start to make their way to some of these more extreme distances like 360 feet, you can still see an element of stretching in their arm action. They are throwing the ball more aggressively, but they are doing it in a very safe manner because they have opened their arm up in a progressive manner. Even at these long distances, they are still thinking in terms of stretching rather than throwing. Once the players feel that they have reached their maximum distance for the day, they will begin the second phase of our long toss program, the pull down or strengthening phase.
Oh, is that gorgeous?
The beauty of the pull down phase is that you are actually still thinking about your furthest throw of the day, in this case 360 feet. The object is to still maintain loose arm action. The only thing that changes is the arc of the ball and your release point.
So if you can just make that.
They just have to make an adjustment to their focal point. As you watch these pull downs, notice the explosiveness and athleticism behind each throw. It's a true art form when you see a 360-foot throw translate into 240, 120, and eventually 60 feet. This is where a player can truly see how distance throwing translates into velocity. As you watch the players go through their pull downs, You can see how much leverage and explosiveness they are creating. It's also a time where I believe players can hit a completely new level with velocity.
Ooh.
92.
And this is where it gets fun for the players and coaches.
93. 94. 96. Wow. 97.
Now that we've finished up our throwing program for the day, I hope you've had a chance to learn a little bit more about long toss and arm strength and arm health. For us, this is a joy. We love seeing these kids have a chance to get after it and put on a show like that.
The beauty of that is you can see that distance get translated into velocity at the end, and all that leverage and all that extension coming towards the catcher. It was beautiful to watch. I've seen it, for years now, but that was an art form that inspired me. I loved it.
So again, thanks for stopping by. For more information about our throwing programs, our mental training programs, please visit us at jaegersports.com. Thanks again.